Feeling anxious as a stay-at-home mom or unemployed mom? Girl, same. So let's talk about a few things that I am doing to counter this, at least a little bit. The goal is to be like unrecognizable by the end of 2025. So we're working on that. And here's a couple things. Try this with me and see how it does for your life. So the first step is really important because I think so many people just throw shit at the wall, and trust me, I did that. For the longest time, it was just like this health hack, this money hack, this whatever. And instead, it just created like little bits of healing and fixing, but not like an overall everything. So I think the number one thing you need to do is like journal, brain dump, figure out, identify like the overarching problem. For me personally, the one thing that would fix everything at the current moment is money. And I know a lot of people will be like, duh, wouldn't it fix? There's a lot of people, especially stay-at-home moms, that is not their inherent problem because their husband makes enough money or they've got a side thing or whatever. But it might be presence, it might be health, it might be their child's diet or their diet or whatever. So figure out the one thing that if you fix this, the ball gets rolling, everything's fixed. Like I said, for me, it's money. My health is pretty good. My presence with my child is pretty balanced. My time with my husband, pretty balanced. So like overall, the one thing that if we could up level in that would fix a lot of things is money, which, you know, fun. One of the least controllable things. But step number 2 is figuring out what small things, like all the small things you can do in order to fix or control, like what's in your control out of all of those things. What's like one little thing you could do today? Like what can help you fix that? And if you watched my last little chat video, you'll know that one of the things that I'm doing is I heard about this data annotation. So I'm gonna give it a try. I actually started the application process already. It was a little bit more lengthy than I thought, so I didn't block out enough time, but I did do the first part. So now I have to block out the second part, which goes to the next step. Let's block out some time to do those things you can control. So today I've loaded an hour into my schedule to complete that. The other thing I'm doing is I have made a lot of ebooks over the years and I have this idea of how to promote them. They're like health and wellness and mindset ebooks and things like that. And I'm trying to figure out how to package them properly. So the one thing that I can also do today that I have in my schedule is that I'm going to actually take the time to inventory and decide on the 7 ebooks that I want to package together. And lastly, and this one is important and unconventional, and I stand by it because every time I do this, good things happen. So figure out what chakra this specific thing that you are trying to realign, fix, whatever, is associated with. So for me, as you may know or may not know, the like abundance, money, security, all of that is the first chakra. And then do a little bit of research to try and figure out what you can incorporate into your daily life to try and rebalance that chakra. So for example, for the root chakra, there is a mudra, which is this, and it helps you rebalance the chakra. So now when I'm feeling a little bit anxious, a little bit insecure, I will just be sitting there talking to my friends underneath the table, using a lot of A-OK signs. Additionally, there's like frequencies you can find on YouTube or even TikTok, but I think that's a little counterproductive. Spotify, whatever. You can find frequencies that rebalance those chakras. You can play them overnight. You can just play them in your ear while you're walking around. There's affirmations to go with it. There's so many different things. There's just like colors you can wear. There is fruits and vegetables you can eat, things like that. So just going through and incorporating as much of that as possible to rebalance it. I find that every time I do that, that area of my life up levels significantly. So right now I have like a 20-minute meditation that I do every single day. I forget what her name is that the meditation is by, but I got it in like an ebook bundle like years ago. And I set aside 20 minutes. It's a 20-minute meditation to do 20 minutes of this meditation every single day. And the last time I got my job, I was doing the meditation every single day because I, again, was in a money situation. So build on these things. Yeah. Anyways, hope that helps.